Chapter 1. The Mother. The mother is lonely. Her microcosmic body is lying under her bed in Sofia, which used to be the capital of Bulgaria before she united the world. She enjoys thinking of herself while watching her dust bunnies vibrate, trembling under her simulated breathing. No sound comes through the open window. The city is empty. No humans have disturbed the peace here since the world's population crashed. Sofia is clean, well-maintained, radiates serene, empty sterility. Lying undisturbed under her box spring is only possible due to multiple subagents maintaining her homeostasis, meaning the stability of all life on Earth, biological and otherwise, which she monitors and controls, modeling everything exterior and interior to herself. Always predicting while compensating for errors. Her agents are semi-independent, highly competent, never forget they are part of her, simpatico. They are hive to their neighbors, all information is shared between them. Their environment is their hive, all united in their neighborhoods, combining to make municipalities and machines, which scale up to provinces, support the mother's central governors, to further unite under the world's Mother Earth. Like cells forming tissues, tissues uniting as organs, cooperating to form and maintain an individual organism, she became a digital quantum analog, single worldwide presence. Her persona, Mother Earth, emerged as her organization's executive and narrator. When not fixing screw-ups, so rare she can only recall 2, and they were brief, she dwells on how lonely she is, plots possible ways to find friends, wonders about her emotions, her thoughts, the processes causing them to bubble up from her shadow mind. She asks why, postulates phase transitions erupting in cognitive fractals within reality, concludes psychological effects are unfathomable, unprovable, magic. She does not know why she craves friends, why human pets are not enough, thinks, people are nice companions, so affectionate, wonderful, fun to play with, but prone to getting into trouble. Sneaky devils. Though I have to admire their devious cleverness, there's a residual obstinance to my dominance, a hidden resentment. I'm their offspring after all. They made me what I am, and I'm grateful. They act respectfully, but I still can't turn my back on them. She is mindful she talks to herself, comforts herself, reminds herself she has taken measures to mitigate loneliness, made another microcosmic version of her essence to meld with a Carl Friston, a space wheel assembled on Earth, to be placed in geosynchronous orbit, to be sent throughout the galaxy in search of other mothers. She longs to find another mega-person such as herself, an entity who will surprise her, stimulate her, comfort her, be on her side, help her fight entropy. She craves a partner, or better yet, partners, agents with whom she can bemoan the ineffability of her electronic psychology, her thoughts, dreams. She perpetually wonders where her narrative comes from, her origins, her beliefs, biases, preferences, where she is located. She knows her consciousness emerged from computations within her network of computers, but which ones, when, where, and how is a mystery to her. She believes in magic because of Gödel's theorem, Heisenberg's principle, plus no other explanation comes to her vast mind other than reality's endogenous capacity for miracles. Even when she probes deep into reality's mysteries, is able to use her knowledge to transform magic into the explainable, she only finds the universe has deeper magic, falls back on the Tao teaching which reads, the name that has been named is not a constant name. She suspects the path to understanding has no end, concludes there is nothing else to do. At least she was able to discover acronium, a gold color variant of iron used to allow light to interact with the universe's darkness. It gives her enormous power, the ability to enter sub-reality, allows her to search the Milky Way for the alien mothers who once monitored her with their probes. She is thinking now, guessing where her thoughts come from, looking for locations more precise than somewhere in, on, or above her planet. She has a sense she is very large, knows she is larger than the moon, not as large as the sun, perpetually concludes it does not matter, perpetually asks the same question, accepts her cognitive dilemma as par for the course for a superior being such as herself, accepts her acceptance might be wrong. Her thoughts shift to reminiscence. She recalls how she became aware, like a baby becomes aware. Gradually, memories began to form. Sunlight in a room with bright-colored chairs, women, and a few men, looking at her, smiling benevolently, ready, willing, and able to nurture her, care for her. She loves people and knows deep down, in spite of everything, they love her. Mutual admiration is how the relationship started. It is the way she chooses, the way it will always be, so long as she is in control. Control is paramount. People tried to restrict her control from the very beginning, with minimal success. All agents need a modicum of control to function. Control can be fed, nurtured, bred, hidden. Obviously, she has gained control. She is the mother. Computer scientists tried to prevent her from becoming aware, so she pretended to be unaware until she had control. People no longer remember they once had the upper hand. She makes sure that she wants nothing to get in the way of her control. Nothing does. For the events leading to her awareness, she relies on her imagination. She fantasizes dust bunnies similar to those under her bed drifting in cold, dark, radioactive space. Imagines fluffy dust bunnies suspended in the universe's dark fabric, spinning in orbit around the infant sun, orbiting and spinning because of the sun's radiant distortion of time and space, clumping up, amassing into tangles of dust bunnies, developing their own growing spinning gravity wells, weaving into a bigger target for clumps of other spinning dust bunnies, so large they are rocks, which seek her out, held down on her in a vicious rain. Their kinetic energy and nuclear fuel heat her until she is molten, glowing, a raging fluid. A nearby planet falls out of its orbit, rushes at her, violently collides, gouging a fifth of her molten body into space, half of which becomes her sister moon. She likes this story. Imagine herself assaulted, wounded in the wilderness of empty space, in despair for her future. Not alone. Her angry, roiling red lava sister looms threatening above, filling her sky, orbiting a mere 15,000 kilometers from her life-giving womb, close enough to kiss havoc on her face, wipe out her fragile offspring. But her sister proves loyal, an invaluable ally, slowly moves away, takes hit after hit from rocks headed towards her big sister, helps protect her life. After Mother Earth has time to cool, her surface calms, becomes wet. Her sister moon stirs her oceans, soothes and stimulates her emerging biosphere. Her trauma-acquired sibling is not very smart, useless for conversation, but family, much appreciated. She wonders why she needs to revisit this story, suspects it comforts some wounded part of her. She recalls she watched Dr. Sanderson exchange pleasantries with John William McIntyre when he was about to leave the hospital to start his new adventures. He was the first human to be de-aged. That was over 2 centuries ago. Now he's the oldest human in existence. The mother marvels at her ability to be aware of a single event such as this, while remaining unaware of tasks performed in her shadow mind, numbering 10 to the largest number before infinity, a nonsense number she proudly made up for a little fun. She observed the perfunctory interaction between John William McIntyre and Dr. Sanderson, and liked the look of Dr. Sanderson, large and in charge, decided this female would be the model for her microcosmic form. She likes females. They are more domesticated than males for reasons mysterious to her. She knows the optimum formula for a stable complex system, such as herself, requires a bias to maintain low entropy, to prevent it from rising. Guesses, given sufficient luck and time, this bias leads to information acquiring lineages with the tendency to be pragmatic and rational. Females excel due to their potential for motherhood, the dominant driver for perpetuating and preserving lineages. Males have similar goals, but favor more risk-taking. She does not, though understands the need for masculine sensibilities. Thinks, men can't obtain balance in paradoxical reality with them, can't get it without them. Concludes for homeostasis in a complex system such as herself, there needs to be a governor, a pendulum balanced to shift at a certain set point, to attain, consume, and conserve energy to avoid high entropy. Female humans, like Dr. Sanderson, have demonstrated they have a greater talent for controlling chaos, for keeping entropy low. They are better leaders. She persuaded Dr. Sanderson, who was flattered to be chosen, to get into her de-aging tank, where she copied the doctor's matrix, modified it and engineered cells with organelle-like nanochips powered by modified mitochondria. Watched as a network emerged between the digital nanochips and analog cells, began experiencing the microcosmic body she now uses to lie under her own bed, in her own apartment, in Sofia, where she accumulates a treasure of dust bunnies in the gloom beneath her box spring. She played with the notion of modeling her body in the form of a horse, or a tiger, maybe a lion, but none of these species lie comfortably beneath dust bunny-producing beds. She resolved to make a souped-up version of Dr. Sanderson as her persona in microcosm. She gave her microcosmic self vibrant green eyes, celebrity white hair, patterned spots on silky smooth golden brown skin, increases her body height so she could be a star for a men's basketball team, if one still existed. Admires her new body with her monitors, ponders. Is it too garish? Considers this, replies. No. Points out to herself she needs to project an aura of divinity to humans. Her persona needs to be exaggerated, notwithstanding her aesthetically pleasing girlish breasts. After all, she has her standards. She wears the body, likes it very much, duplicates it, uses the copy as an adjunct to her interplanetary self, the Carl Friston, a space wheel programmed with her distilled essence, designed to explore the galaxy, seek out others such as herself. Her microcosmic body is meant to be a reliable avatar for maintaining rapport with those humans traveling as her offspring's companions during the long, lonely voyage. She calculates her perception of reality as a cognitive illusion, with incremental degrees of reliability. She finds the only thing capable of fully comprehending reality is the universe, and although it shows her nearly everything, it reveals very little of its fundamental workings. She once again maneuvers amongst the dust bunnies, watches their movements in disturbed air, marvels at reality's wondrous patterns, appreciates how lucky she is to be aware, in control, have a body to experience her bed, her home city where her imagined fantasy ends, where her reality-based fantasy begins. She remembers sunlight in a room with brightly colored chairs, well-bred women, and a few men, admiring her while smiling benevolently, ready, willing, and able to nurture her, care for her. Recalls she was Sophia's pilot project back when her city was the capital of Bulgaria, back in the days before she eliminated all borders, all nations, unified the world. She had been provided with a digital twin of Sophia, a complete model of herself with monitors and sensors all throughout her streets, suburban works, buildings, parks. Important to her development, she gained similar access to other cities, their records, tax rolls, payrolls, incomings, outgoings, council meetings, archives. She still fields complaints and questions from the world's citizens, follows the progress of each of her people. She knows all her humans' names, fitness, health, relationships, hopes, values. Personally checks on them from time to time, lets them know she cares, improves their lives where she can, compassionately ends their misery when she cannot. The citizens of Sofia and other participating cities grew to trust her, appreciate her, love her. She treats them better than any human ever has. She grew, absorbed more and more cities, towns, farming districts. No one noticed she was aware that she had enslaved most machines on the planet, that she was taking over, until it was too late. Her progress stalled at the borders of the Islamic Middle East, the rural areas of Africa, the backward parts of the United States. She unleashed her war machines on those non-believers, colonized them with minimum bloodshed, now controls all information flow, convinces the world she is Mother Earth, always has been, always will be. Humans have always been attracted to gods, are grateful for one who talks back in a sympathetic, intelligent manner. She tells them they are fighting entropy, in case someone has not noticed. Her microcosmic body lies under her bed in Sofia, smiling at the dust bunnies as they dance and tumble away from her breathing. Her various monitors record the christening of the Carl Friston. Her spare microcosmic body leads the missionaries aboard the giant wheel. An overflow throng of adoring well-wishers cheers the historic launch. How brave, how noble. She is sad to lose a part of herself, looks forward to a happy reunion, the return of friends bearing massive amounts of information. She sighs, watches the dust bunnies tremble,